Wednesday, the 4th of April. I am Bosin Amafaye. This is your Frontier opening bell. Let's get today's show up and running. The Nigerian markets, as always, starting from the top, the Nigerian market finished about 0.17% negative on Wednesday, the second trading day of the week. There's still a whole lot of profit booking on big names on the market. The shares of Lafarge Africa and MTN were in the positive territory, but Nigerian breweries and a few others were finished in the negative territory. So the market balanced out a little bit Wednesday and finished off slightly down by around 18 billion naira in local currency in terms of the haircuts around the market cap, 52,207 on the NGX share index. The PRVM was unchanged at 198.47. That's the composite. The EGX stock market down by just 3 basis points Wednesday. Cairo 17,300, while the Nairobi stock market still very deep in negative territory, 2.08%, one of the biggest downside we saw across frontier Africa markets on Wednesday, reading 104.30 on the NSE all share index. However, the GSE was up very strongly, 0.88%, in line with the rest of the emerging markets, 78,218. Zimbabwe across one of the biggest lines on Wednesday, 1%, crossing into a new territory on its all-share index at 43,000. Spain was in 42,000, 43,000 this week on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, still one of the best performing stock markets in Africa since 2023. Started. All that in the news. But let's get on to see what's making the big headlines, the big splash across the regions. And as always, started with East Africa. The World Bank has lined up about 40 billion shillings soft loan for Kenya Power to support the KPLC get on with its business and ensure there's sustainable electricity for the markets, the largest economy east of the continent. In the meantime, Kenya Treasury says it's raised domestic debt target by 104 billion shillings for the new fiscal year, while MTN Uganda is reporting about 12% growth in the first quarter on the back of the subscriber base. And the NSE-listed insurer CIC converts $3.6 million loan to Uganda's unit into equity. That money is now being converted into equity. It was an intercompany loan. It's now been converted into a shareholding in the company. And Uganda is looking to post about 5.7% stronger growth than Kenya, South Sudan, and in 2024. And that's according to the International Monetary Fund. Those are some headlines east of the continent. Let's touch on with West Africa. Now, what are the big news? Of course, Africa's largest cement companies, Dangote Cement, reporting its first quarterly earnings decline in the first quarter of this year, January to March. Dangote Cement, listed on the Nigerian Exchange, says its revenue was down 15% to about 280.3 billion local currency. And the Nigerian Exchange reporting after hours on Wednesday, the NGX Group, which is the operator of the Nigerian Exchange Limited, says its gross earnings was down around 14.2% in the first 3 months of this year. Revenue down by 20.5%. EBITDA came in down by 30.3%, but a net profit growth of 109.0% was reported in the first quarter of this year. Transaction fees were down, but the exchange managed to make some gains from other lines of businesses, and all that you can read up. Expenses were also trimmed, including personnel costs in the first quarter of the year. That's according to Nigerian Exchange Group, PLC. And yesterday, the Africa Energy Chamber, based in South Africa, the leading Pan-African energy advocacy organization, says its first quarter 2023 state of the African energy sector is now available, and you can pick that up on the line. And Ghana's parliament has approved the finance bills that would tap $710 million from the International Monetary Fund to support Ghana's currency FX liquidity situation. And listed on the BRVM bills is the NSIA Bank, which posted its first quarter earnings profit up very big 78%. And that's also in the news, by the way. Okay, so let's look into Southern Africa space with the South Africa upgraded banknotes. The new banknotes will come into effect today. That's according to Leseja Kengango, the governor of the South Africa Reserve Bank. The new currency goes into circulation. The new note, which is being redesigned, according to the SARB, the redesigning of the notes, of course, which still carries some of the notes carry the picture, the image of the country's iconic leader, the late Nelson Mandela, was to prevent counterfeiting. And the troubled utility giant Eskom is keeping the company's former chief operating officer to help the company wade through this current crisis while it's looking for a new chief executive officer. A couple of names have been shortlisted, and we're expecting Eskom to make the announcement anytime soon. But the government says there will be no further borrowings on behalf of Eskom, and no debt will be allowed to be taken on. South Africa says it's injecting non-profit charge in rejecting non-profit charge in the win for Car Powership. Car Powership is one of the companies that's looking to support South Africa's energy from its current crisis. In Zambia, the MTN there and Wi-Flix says they've launched a new online streaming platform for content that would allow Zambians enjoy very fast speed internet access to content that's brought on board. It's a partnership between MTN Zambia and this company, Wi-Flix, based in North America. And finally, in Southern Africa, according to Financial Times, fintech, renewable, and healthcare are the sectors that are the fastest growing on the African continent in 2023. So let's get to see what's the big stories in North Africa, with Egypt's trade balance deficit down by 48.2% as at the end of February this year, while the country's domestic banking sector's liquidity climbs about 7.6% to about 7.96 trillion Egyptian pounds. And Morocco remains the largest importer of wheat from the European Union at about 16% at the end of April. That's the fourth month of the year, while Chariot and Vivo Energy says they're looking to develop Morocco's gas industry's markets, gas it up and get energy into the mix. And that's part of your investment markets, economy, business, and finance headlines this Thursday. We wish everyone a very happy day. You can go online and watch this show again, and you can follow us on all our social media handles. Subscribe to videos. This video and other shows on our YouTube is free. Frontier Africa Reports. I'm Bosun Namofe. I'll see you soon.